Hey lovelies, it's Aaliyah Khalifa here. What I will be talking about today is how I got my religious parents to accept my hair, my piercings, and my tattoos. So when I was maybe 10, I wanted to get my ears pierced so badly. And they were like, no, you cannot do that. And I had one of my ears pierced ever since. And I was just waiting for the right opportunity. So I also wanted to dye my hair. I had dyed my hair a little bit in my teenage years whenever I could, and I always dyed just a little bit of it, maybe like some brown underneath my bangs or some brown at the tips. But what I really wanted though was purple hair, blue hair, green hair, all that kind of stuff, and they were absolutely against it as well. When I turned 17, I had dyed the roots of my hair red and the rest of it was black, and I had very long hair. Unfortunately, whenever I was about 18, my ex-boyfriend had gave me lice and I had to cut it all off and I had to start all over again. But anyway, when I turned maybe like 17 and a half years, I asked my mom and dad if I could dye my hair burgundy. And they let me for whatever reason. And then after I had the burgundy for about a week, I decided to put purple over it. And then I started going blue and green and everything. And they actually accepted it a lot more. Um and then I just started going like crazy and everything. And now I have purple here and stuff. And I've had completely blue hair. I've had green hair. I've had rainbow hair. I've had everything you could possibly imagine, because before I had been able to dye my hair, I was wearing extensions that would melt into my hair. So I did have extensions that were about 22 inches I got from VP Fashion. And I had dyed about this much of my extensions black, and then on the ends I had like this sunset color. It was really pretty. It was actually a bunch of uh, colors mixed together. And so that's what I did until I could dye my hair like burgundy. So I just wore extensions that melted into my hair. So people thought I actually had dyed hair. And I remember the first extensions I dyed that I was able to wear were the Manic Panic Atomic Turquoise, and I had about that much of my extensions turquoise, and then at the very end I put a bunch of conditioner in with the dye, and it was lighter on the ends. And that was the first extensions I really wore that gave my hair color. I done that all throughout high school. Um, but then, like I said, I dyed my hair burgundy, and then I just went crazy. And my parents didn't really seem to care at that time. So yeah. But if you want your hair to be dyed and they won't let you try a color that's kind of dark, that you want to dye your hair and convince your parents to let you do that, and then just add on to it, and that's what I did. With my piercings, when I turned 18, I went to my parents and I said, I'm going to get my ears pierced. And they couldn't do anything since I was 18. And I went and got my ears pierced, and then I got my industrial right here pierced. And that just kind of sparked it. Now I have my daith, I have my tragus, I have my second piercings, I got my rook, and I got my conch, um, and everything like that. I also have my tongue pierced. The deal was with my family was no face piercings until you get out of the house. That was kind of their way of saying we're okay with it as long as you don't step over any boundaries. and I was absolutely fine with that. I just really wanted to express myself in different ways. With my gauges, I actually started off with an 8 gauge, which is kind of crazy because it's very big for a ear piercing just to start out. But I just gradually kept going bigger. Once I got to about 2, my dad found out I had gauges, and the rule for this is that if my grandparents or any of my family come, I have to put my solid earring, like my solid plugs into my ears when they come, and I have to wear them. And he just thinks my dad just thinks I'm gonna grow out of this. He thinks it's a phase. Um, but I don't think it is. I think I'm gonna have these for a very long time. But you see, like when it comes to my parents, it's like you can do this, but don't step over like any other boundaries, like face piercings or anything like that. Um, that's basically it for my piercings. I also have tattoos all over my body. I have about 16 tattoos. This was really tricky. I got my first tattoo by my friend when I was 19, I believe, and he did a rose on my hip. Well, like my underwear line, and my parents didn't know about it. But then when I got my first like big tattoo, which was this one right here, this is like flowers and stuff. Um, my dad actually cut my allowance, so now I only have the money I get from work to spend on animals, obviously, and me in general, just like picking up food and stuff. So he cut my allowance, and basically he is like, well, you can do whatever you want with your money, but I don't want you spending my money on stuff like that. So I can accept that. I can't get tattoos on my face, my neck, my hands, my feet, or my chest because that's kind of like a religious thing. For me, I have my own limits, and I like to stick by them. Like yeah, never get a face tattoo. I mean, I'm not saying face tattoos are bad. I'm just saying that like I'd never get one in general. But like the other rule is that if my family comes over, I have to wear long sleeves to cover up my tattoos because my grandparents would probably have an aneurysm over that. But my parents are pretty cool with a lot of things. They had like really strict rules when I was growing up. It's like don't wear pants, don't cut your hair, don't dye your hair, don't wear makeup, don't paint your nails. You had to wear skirts all the time. You had to keep your hair long, all that kind of stuff. So, when I shave my head, my parents are probably gonna freak out, but I'm planning on doing that sometime soon. But, yeah, that's basically how I got like my really religious parents to let me do what I need, like what I love to do, which is get tattoos, piercings, and dye my hair. It was, if you really, really, really want to get your hair dyed or something and like get piercings or tattoos, I'd wait for the right moment. Just try to like incorporate it very slowly to your parents, and eventually it's just because my dad still like doesn't like it when I wear like a tank top because he can see this one, and he absolutely hates my tattoos, but he doesn't give me a hard time about it, which is really nice. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for coming to watch this video. I'm gonna please give me a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. I hope this video helps. If you want to modify yourself, I really hope it helps. But thank you so much for watching. Okay, I'll see you lovelies in the next video. Bye.